noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. So off we go then.
Well, Edmilson's selection has certainly attracted some scrutiny, but the man himself looks, as ever, Jim, utterly unfazed.
Yeah, I like him because he's got a certain elegance about him, Peter. We all know Brazilian players love the idea of getting forward, and he's probably one of the better defensive players on the ball.
So no gung-ho heroics.
No chance.
Now it's Luis Suarez.
Not the most accurate pass.
Bellingham looks to get on the end of this.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Looking for options for movement.
That has been cut short.
Ferdinand. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hullet. He rises! Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Messi.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the pass is intercepted. Hullet. It's run loose here. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a sharp pass. And smartly reclaimed. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Now it's Hullet. Has a look and place it forward. He won't be happy with that one. And that's really well manoeuvred. Hullet. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Great run on the overlap here. Nicely weighted ball. Thuram tries to clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Can he latch on to this? And this is Hullet. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
It's a mighty effort! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter, certainly the way he's been playing.
Pele, nicely spread. Just eases him off the ball. Looking for the run. Can he get it through? And he's in on goal! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now it's Hullet. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Iniesta. And it's Roberto Carlos. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez with the cross. Shooting chance! And want to be quick to recover this. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And Hullet! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. It's played through for him.
Pull it. Cafu gets rid without sophistication.
Barcelona really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Nice interception, well timed.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
That's a shade optimistic. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries to pass it through.
Mbappe, and the shot!
Bergomi
Could try cutting inside here.
and he's cleared it back out. That's a delicate pass.
In again. And this is Luis Suarez. That's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Bale. Now it's Mbappe. He's picked it, chance!
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
This possibly the last play of the half.
Oh, a few ironic cheers tell the story. Now the delivery.
There's the whistle for half-time.
So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Here we go again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pull it. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Bellingham.
Mbappe!
He's there and gets it away.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pull it, and the shot!
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
So, third corner of the game. But he's there to clear it. Edmilson. And this is... Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And again!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Bullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Are certainly playing with an intense...
Shot a goal! It's bounced back off the post.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 97.559 espectadores.
Pele looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And they're quick to get it back. And here's Bale.
Pass is just off target.
No way through.
Thinks one through.
Oh, that's well spotted. Bellingham. Plays in a cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Could move up a gear here. And that pass just didn't quite work. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Aims beyond the defence. Tries to cross. Cafu tries to clear. There will be a throw-in.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19, Luis Suárez. El dorsal
And he
9
cuts out the supply.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 22,
Messi.
Cristiano Ronaldo. El dorsal
Messi
13
in
se va
acres
a
of
cabo
space
el
out
cambio de
wide.
jugadores.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's an imaginative pass. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Cafu. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nicely aimed pass. Toure cuts out the pass. Toure kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, super ball! He's having a shot! Really well taken goal. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
El dorsal 19.
Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. if they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
2 minutes to be added on. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Iniesta. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Such good technique.
Oh, that was vital. And that's it. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner.
Argentina are looking to go forward now.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
No joy this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Valverde. Little doubt, that is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And he's been shifted off it. Played out to the right. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. And he's quick to snatch it back. Bernardo Silva. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. In with the challenge. Can he spark a counter here? It's a searching pass. Luis Suarez. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Alexander-Arnold goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. He is through here. Iniesta. Lofted in. Header! It's fallen kindly here. He has done it. And they're at it again in double quick time. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And it's Bernardo Silva. And they win it back again.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's found the way through. There's the shot! Yes! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And now he has two. Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And this is Luis Suarez. Takes a shot! They've done it! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And with that, it's Luis Suarez! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Some of those players...
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Walker. He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. And this is Luis Suarez. Now it's Iniesta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Played into space out wide. Lovely feet. Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Iniesta. Could move up a gear here. That's a good run down the left. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's picked his way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Yamal plays it short. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That has not gone well. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Yamal, delivered across. Nice bit of trickery. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, some tackle that. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos, big header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Danger averted for now. Knocks it into space. Still goalless. Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Barcelona do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Drilled in low. And he's heaved it away. Threads one in. Mbappe. Rodri. Shifted it to the flank. Cafu cuts out the pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Played back in. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. In towards the back stick. Roberto Carlos is there and he can get that clear. Chance for a shot! And that is wildly off target. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Haaland. Nice looking ball. Now that's well seen too. Just 5 minutes left until the break. That's a shade optimistic. Vardiol couldn't squeeze it through. Messi. Balde did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's on it, can he get away?
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Haaland is onto this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that's fabulous. Fired deep towards the back post. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And that has put paid to that. Vardiol. Rodri. Vinicius Junior. It's a searching pass. Now that looks a decent... Shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear. Ball's gone out of play. Rodri. Great vision, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Mbappe goes steaming forward. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's through here. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that pass isn't the best. That is ended up in no man's land. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Thinks one through. It's Luis Suarez! That is decidedly lacking.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.847 espectadores.
And it's Iniesta. Ball looks a good one. Kyle Walker. Yamal.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So,
9,
time for changes
el
on
dorsal
both
19,
sides, actually.
Luis Suárez. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 13.
And it's
dorsal
Messi,
22,
out towards the flank.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Se va a
That's
realizar
very
un cambio
neat.
de jugadores.
Now it's Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a good run down the right. Now, can they get him away? Messi picks it up out wide. Messi's cross. Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Mbappe. And he's worked it through. No way through. Now it's Haaland. It's a good-looking delivery. That's a corner kick. Barcelona have their third corner. It's gone for a throw-in. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona get their fourth corner. And now they can clear their lines.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. And that is as far as they're going to go. Doku receives it in a... Haaland! No, not the best of headers. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get it through? Played in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch. Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Haaland. Doku gets into a good position. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. He's shifting through the gears here. Incoming delivery. The keeper gets his hands on it. Balde. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Goes for a shot! And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. We have already started here.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players.
Shot a goal! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
And time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Terrific header! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Marseille finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he was quick to react. Van Dijk. And it's Robertson. Bellingham, played out to the right. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's in space and looking for options. Backward it goes.
This is the time you need that pace.
No, that's been intercepted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's fabulous. Played in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Crossed in again. Robertson is there and he can get that clear. That's a throw. Cafu. And that is going out for a goal kick. That'll be a throw. He has found the way through. Here it is, crossed in. It is a corner, good chance. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Roberto Carlos plays it, shot a goal! That carried quite a threat. Messi aimed beyond the defence, but that has not gone well. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Barcelona are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And it's Camavinga. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And he welcomes it in. And he's quick to get it clear again. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Iniesta! Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gets his head on it! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Robertson to Hazard. Camavinga. Camavinga knocks it out wide. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Hazard.
Barcelona can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He is through here. He gets big. Harmlessly behind.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And it's Casemiro. It's Casemiro! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Casemiro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Camavinga. Robertson. And here's Bellingham. And this is Messi.
Un minuto de descuento.
Skims one in. And he's there to get it away. Bellingham could try cutting inside here. That's going to go a long way. And we hit half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And he shoots! No mistake! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Messi gets into a good position. And the keeper beats it away.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Barcelona have their third corner. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Looking to go deep. And the shot! Marseille are looking to go forward now. Alexander-Arnold.
Barcelona really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And it's Alexander-Arnold, played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Camavinga. Cleared without complication. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Asciende a 97.559 espectadores.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's a good run down the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
On the through ball. Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 9.
Barcelona go into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
El dorsal 13. Se va a realizar un cambio.
Knocks it in.
He's had a shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Vitinha gets rid without sophistication. It's their second corner of the game. Haaland attempts a clearance. Mbappe. He can get that clear. So, third corner of the game. Gullit can get it clear. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Marseille clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter.
Here's Haaland.
And the shot!
And here's Iniesta.
Chance, surely!
Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Tries to play it through. That is a great pick out. He's picked his way through.
And the finish!
Cafu gets it clear. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Rafael Leao and Robertson over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And they're back on the ball again. Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? Rafael Leao. Can he get on the end of this? That's going to go a long way.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6. El dorsal 8. Serán sustituidos.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Cambio de jugadores. Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Oh, that's well spotted. Valverde. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Great vision. Haaland. The referee's awarded a free kick. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Now it's Rafinha. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati.
And already we're underway here.
Well, we all know who created the... Latini!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Robertson simply refused to be outdone there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Neatly clipped into space.
Luis Suarez!
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Pele really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Foot in. Look at the space here. Real chance here. Delivers with whip. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Luis Suarez! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Toure deals with that comfortably.
Deep cross, a mighty effort!
It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Pele. He's found a way through. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Quarter of an hour played. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Davids. Passing is crisp and sharp. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's great chance!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And we have our very first corner.
And it's hoisted clear.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Cross from...
Header! In for the pieces! It's in! The breakthrough strike!
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Dida gets it clear. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Can he finish? This is their second corner of the game. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Defending of the... Takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. And a chance! Danger averted for now. Cannavaro strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, smashing header! He will be livid with himself. It's a pretty loose pass. He's in plenty of space here, and he's picked it up out wide. Hoist chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Iniesta. Roberto Carlos. Up he goes! Now, who's going to be first to this? That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Ribery. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Great vision. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's a throw. And here's Platini. Can he get it through? And the finish! Oh, split second. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19.
Here we go again.
Luis Suárez. El dorsal
Well, I think
9.
in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's taking no chances there. That's an imaginative pass. That has been cut short. He slings it in. Oh, what a climb! That's a half-decent try.
Platini is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Lobbed in behind. That's been cut out, well played. And that has put paid to that. Knocks it into space. And it's Hullet. That's a lovely pass. No way through, so back it comes. And he gets rid in a hurry.
This is the time you need that pace.
Barcelona come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Played into space.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Some really good ball movement. He's on it, can he get away? Batistuta! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Oh, easy pickings there. Platini might just make this. Pass somewhat off target. Hullet.
La asistencia este partido asciende a 97.000.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Roberto Carlos.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Messi. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Ribery. Not the most accurate pass. Ronaldo gets flagged offside. He's not got that quite right. And that is as far as they're going to go. Vieira proves too strong. And they can counter here. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Iniesta crosses. Big header! Harmlessly behind. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pull it. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Messi. Vitinha. And it's Iniesta.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, important interception. Ribery, shot could be on. That has not gone well. Davids, here's Vieira, Robertson, Ribery, looking to play him in, and he lines up a cross. Couldn't squeeze it through. Vitinha makes the interception. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Davids. And it's Robertson. Now that looks a decent ball. Played into them. Bullet! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Looking for options for movement. Ronaldo picks it up out wide. And that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. The action has already started. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big, big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too, such a fierce competitor. Put a foot wrong and he'll be sure to let you know about it.
Well, he just commands respect, doesn't he? Respect of everyone, teammate and opponent alike.
Yeah, and he'll be setting the highest of standards out there, and he expects them to be met. No rest for that defence.
Thuram. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Thuram cuts it out. Beckham. Olise. Olise. Oh, super. Shoots! Goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Iniesta. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. To Beckham. Searching pass he's played there. And he gets rid in a hurry. Algeria with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a promising position. He has found the big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Great chance! He scores! And just like that, he's into double figures now. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Roberto Carlos looking to play it into the box. Timber clears it away. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Tries to play it through. Looking to play him in. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Timber. This looks promising. Crosses in. Chance! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Beckham. And here's Messi. He's in plenty of space here.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
That's really well manoeuvred. That has not gone well. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. Played into space out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Batistuta. Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard. Marquinhos. And it's slung out wide. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Good play on the left-hand side here. Iniesta. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nicely shaped ball. Iniesta. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, red, nice interception. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
2 minutos de descuento.
And he's had it nicked away. Marquinhos, ambitious ball here. That's beautifully weighted. That is a brilliant interception. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Barcelona are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
En el marcador está a punto de aparecer el número premiado de nuestra rifa de hoy. Buena suerte a todos.
So it's back to business. And he's worked it. Cristiano Ronaldo! There it is!
Boom! There we go. and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Barcelona go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Oh, that's a key interception. Van de Ven. Messi. Oh, that looks a good ball through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolute. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. The action has already started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence... He's going for goal! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Serginho cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Roberto Carlos, and he welcomes it in. Well read, and the danger is averted. Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a decent clearance. Nice sequence of passes, this. Pullet, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Marquinhos. Toure calmly anticipates. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Azar. Passing nice and neat. Messi. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rijkaard.
Barcelona are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Messi is in a really good position out wide.
Haaland really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Neatly clipped into space. Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vitinha! Goal! Barcelona! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to play it through. It's played through for him. That is a crunching tackle. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Brzezinski. Now it's Roberto Carlos. It'll be a throw-in. Tries to pass it through. He can run onto that. Serginho. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge. Spread it left. Now it's Rosicki. He's got away. Rosicki with the delivery. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. It's anyone's ball now. And it's Trippier. Cross needs to be good. Cafu clears it away. Haaland could move up a gear here. But that has not gone well. Rijkaard. Greenwood. That is good alertness. Searching pass he's played there. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Rosicki. Lovely feet. And the finish! And that was very necessary. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Barcelona, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Here we go again then. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Hazard. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rummenigge. That's a delicate pass. There's the header! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And it's Serginho. Looking for options for movement. Trippier receives it in a wide position. Corner number 2 then. Ronaldo attempts a clearance. Decent chance! Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Greenwood! Oh, that was vital.
Hazard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Greenwood. Can he get it through? Greenwood showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rijkaard. Trippier just loves to go forward whenever he can. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hazard. Greenwood strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Oh, some tackle that. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Rijkaard. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now it's Haaland. Messi. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Roberto Carlos. Pull it.
This is the time you need that pace.
Trippier cuts it out.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Looking for a runner. That's the keeper's ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nice interception, well timed. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Still anyone's game this, one moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Cristiano Ronaldo is having... sticks it away!
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Final
22,
checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
El dorsal 24.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Chance! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! Complete awareness, he understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6.
Barcelona making another change here.
Serán sustituidos
Barcelona
por
take the lead.
el dorsal
Now it's
7,
just a question of
el
holding
dorsal
on.
15.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Stood up well to him there. Crossed it again.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And this is Lukaku.
3 minutos de descuento.
Brzezinski. Rijkaard makes the interception. Azar. And he's intervened well there. Schmeichel. And the pass is intercepted. Serginho. Azar. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Barcelona pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needs... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have got...
It's Zico! Oh, off the bar! And he's there to clear it.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Played out wide. Roberto Carlos. Deep cross. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. And it's Roberto Carlos. Iniesta. And the ball is out of play. Pass somewhat off target. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Edmilson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Strong running down that left flank. Rice, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Messi, this might spell danger. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And no, that was never going to make it. A probing pass, and he cuts out the supply. Quality ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rooney. And this is Zico. Forward it goes. And it's Ribery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Zico.
Barcelona really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And the finish! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Vitinha does really well to win the ball there. Pelé. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Edmilson.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get on the end of this? What a throw in.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And here's Suarez. Shot a goal! Luis Suarez. That's a good run down the left. Suarez goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's come loose. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well timed, excellent interception. Ribery. And here's Rooney, picked out brilliantly. That is great defending, so alert. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Well, played right into his path. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Rooney. Brilliantly cut out. And he's opted for the long pass. Pele. And he's intervened well there. Calafiori. And it's Rooney. Now it's Rice. And here's Rooney. Rooney! Superb goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
That is so... And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 19, Luis Suárez. El dorsal 9.
Here we go again then.
Serán sustituidos por...
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over, and he's in on goal. Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Oh, nicely intercepted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Calafiori. And here's Zico. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's Luis Suarez! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. It's run loose here. And here's Rooney. He's found a way through. And that's an excellent interception. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after just... Haaland! Oh, taken with style. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Luis Suarez. Big chance! Oh, another save. Corner number 2 then. Haaland clears it away. Messi. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Good ball, good take. And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Roberto Carlos goes short. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Tries to play it through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's picked his way through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Nedved. Now, what about a counter-attack? 75 minutes played. Nedved. And he welcomes him. Shot, surely! He has done it! And they've got their lead back. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Royce.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And this is Luis Suarez. Messi. Now it's Haaland. Lovely feet. Roberto Carlos. Cross goes in there. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that should get the job done. It's a good foot in there.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Decent chance! Sticks it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Guti. Nedved. Guti. Oh, easy pickings there. He's a sharp little ball here. Cafu. Time added on 4 minutes. And there goes the final whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those...